Hello Sis Reacts. I'm Tamash. This is Taya.
Hey.
And today we are on The Flash, Season 7, Episode 14, Rayo de Luz.
No, you pronounce it. Rayo de Luz.
Whatever. Don't know what that means.
Rayo de Luz.
We took down Psycho Pirate last week. And yeah, I think that was the end of that. They didn't really set anything else up, so I don't know what to expect. I mean, Godspeed got to be coming at some point. We're close to the 150th episode. Impulse supposed to be coming. Dig's supposed to be coming at some point. I don't know what this episode's about. I didn't watch any promo or trailer, so I don't know. So yeah, well, we're gonna get into this. For other reactions on Patreon. She's going back after her cousin again.
There's this great island there, super secluded, and it's been pretty quiet here recently, so I'm zooping Iris away for a little vacation. Actually, it was Chester's idea, remember?
You don't need to you don't need to do a flashback. We know what he said.
As much as I'd like to.
We know what he
The
said.
cell phone reception's non-existent, so we're gonna be off the grid for a while. It's gonna be nice just to focus on each other while we're trying to. Well, I mean, Iris and I, we're trying to reconnect.
Yeah, I mean, you know, because lately, if one of you isn't stuck in the Mirrorverse, and the other stuck in some psycho mask hellscape.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Have fun.
Thanks.
Cool. Have fun.
But they really doing that now?
Boss man and boss lady away. Need us to do anything? Nope. I've got a personal errand to run. Need any help?
Fox, where you been, girl?
I'm going shopping. Have fun storming the castle.
What say thee, fair maiden,
Smell that
here to
cat.
join me in an epic quest?
I might lose it if we have Cisco.
Sorry,
I mean,
I got a hot news tip. Got to follow up.
an Allegra and
I'll catch
Chester
up with you later.
episode.
Yeah. Nice. News never sleeps. News never sleeps.
Give me some Joe this episode at least, please.
Yeah.
Where's my boy?
Arguing with this guy about, I don't know, but I heard him say, stick to the plan and it'll all be over tomorrow. It didn't sound like it was anything good.
Now, that was a soldier who served at Fort Dakota at the same time that Kramer was stationed there.
So they recognize the person that Kramer's arguing with?
A soldier named Adam Craig. This is the same man who led her troops into an ambush 6 years ago that got them killed. Now, Kramer never logged going off base the night of this conversation, which means this was a secret meeting.
Hold on. Are you telling me that Kramer knew about the ambush and maybe she even helped plan it?
I don't know. They never got the bomber, and this evidence looks bad, but my gut says that something still doesn't add up.
If his gut says that, then something don't add up.
Kramer in the eye. I've watched her work. We've had our differences, but I still feel she's a good cop.
Joe, she's not just a
Then
cop
there's
anymore. She's the head of the
something else at work.
CCPD now.
Was she under
Well, I'm not
control
gonna
of a
have badge
minute?
anymore, but I'm gonna find out
And
the
that's why
truth
she
about
doesn't like
Christian
men
Kramer
anymore?
once and for all.
She was under the influence of some type of meta or being controlled. And that's why all this stuff is not adding up and why she
Hey.
hates metas.
It's Steve. I think her next assassination is in Central City. Chuck, if Team Flash can get a jump on this,
Flash isn't around.
exactly. What would
Yeah,
Barry
I
do?
kind of wonder what show am I watching?
Find her and get her to stand down.
How am I
I
watching
have
Flash
to do
without
the
the
same.
Flash?
Find her and get her to say that.
Esperanza
These
blames me
editors
for
are
abandoning her. I have to make that right.
Just do the
'Cause-
same thing over and over again.
If I can get through to her, maybe we can be a family again.
I'm trying to figure out how to write an episode of the Flash without the Flash.
You want to be a family with somebody who's like you. Every Friday.
It'd be different if we give one of the OGs the episode, but we give them the secondary characters and lead in the episode. Like you didn't even give them one of the, OG characters, Joe, Caitlin,
I don't want to fight.
Danielle.
Girl, why would you let her get up close to you like that? Like she's not a trained fighter.
She said she didn't want to fight, she wanted to find her.
Wait.
Not
That's platinum.
Now she's trying to find her with a stool.
Fine.
That's a fizz. Girl.
Okay, that was a good move. I'll give her that.
I'm done. What was that?
Hola, bienvenida solitaria.
Deja de seguirme y ya no te metas en mis negocios.
Sue. Her name's Sue.
Are you freaking nuts? I have seen Ultraviolet melt the face off of someone and laugh while doing it. What made you think going after her alone was a good idea?
Chuck and I were gonna bring in the team, but Esperanza surprised us.
It's a side note. Prayer hands emoji for the save. But how do you know we were in trouble?
It's one of the reasons I stuck around. I heard chatter about an ex-black hole assassin nearby. Where are the big guns?
Frost is radio silent, and Barry and Iris are off the grid. So, for the rest of today,
But you,
this is Team Flash.
how does the Flash just go off the grid? That just doesn't make sense to me.
Well,
You would never.
that's reassuring. I don't suppose you've learned how to melt someone's face off with your powers yet? No. Okay. Great. Well, it's a good thing just his wrist got hurt. Because we don't have nearly enough muscle to handle this mission.
But I can still save Esperanza.
You want to save
saving
her?
Yeah, you know, like Barry does with the bad guys? I mean, not so much save her,
You
but
really talk so much.
redeem her, I guess.
Listen,
That's all
I
you
don't
do
think
at this
we can
point.
take on Ultraviolet by ourselves, let alone
You should have
change her
seen
overnight.
Zen, baby. I'm tired of fighting.
I don't think we have a choice. A letter said that Ultraviolet is here to kill somebody. That means there's a life in danger. Is it saving people with Team Flash 101?
Stay away from me! Not until you're dead.
What could that old man have possibly done to her?
Run.
He should have been.
Tell whoever hired you the assassination is canceled.
You fools! I wasn't hired. I'm hunting the doctor that created me. You just saved the man that turned me into a monster.
Where you gonna get that from? He old. Go look for
That
him.
doctor. Did he really used to work for Black Hole?
Because had Barry been there, Barry did
Talk
not.
to us or talk to CCPD?
I forgot
The
how
choice
all
is
that
yours. Although
Do you know how I got this little gift? I
COVID.
remember seeing white light everywhere, blinding me while I was held down. I was helpless. Then I felt a scalpel slice into me. I fought back, but I was tied down. All I could do was scream. You abandoned me, cousin. Left me alone for Dr. Olsen to find. Él era el carnicero. Pero tú fuiste el cuchillo.
Jesus.
We'll help you get him. I promise.
sidebar, please. You want to join her now? Black Hole has twisted her mind in ways that you can't even imagine. There's no coming back from that.
You can't be sure.
Yes, I can. Working with her is a suicide mission. You need to know that.
I believe both of them. No, I don't believe her, but I believe her. No.
I know what Barry would do.
Yo, yo, ass.
Come in. Oh, this is a surprise.
How is it?
Where did you get this?
That's not important. What matters is I could have gone to Chief Singh with it, but I chose to come to you first. Because deep down I believe you are doing your best to be a good cop. Which means I should listen to your side of the story.
Get out.
Excuse me?
I take your job and you take me down.
So you dig up some crap you can twist for your personal vendetta?
You didn't take my job. I gave it to you.
You try a stunt like this again, and I will arrest you myself.
Under what grounds?
For your own good, move on west.
For her own.
Find a new hobby and get the hell out of my office.
Oh yeah, she's scared.
Big scared.
Dig it up. Dig
Heart
it up.
racing.
Dig it up. Because who does she think she is?
You gay.
She's scared.
She said, I took your job. Girl. You said, whose job? Whose again?
Now, generate a single blast that destroys your target. And focus.
She's used her powers fine before.
If we're going to face Dr. Olsen together, you need to learn how to fight. Try harder.
She used it just fine before.
Blast info.
Now she can't.
¿Cómo puede servirle a una esa gente?
I'm doing the best
Me
I
at the
can.
writers.
It's not good enough.
No, you still think you can change her?
Gripping up the whole writers room. Pathetic.
She's got this crazy idea that you're not a total lost cause. Noble, but dumb. Just stay out of this. You think you know your cousin? I know the real Ultraviolet. Let me show you. Un automobile?
He's ready for a snack attack.
He's still breathing. You could have killed him.
So, he's useless.
I like her.
As are you.
Yeah, I like her too.
I'll finish this on my own. Nunca me vuelvas a buscar.
I don't think they need to arrest her.
No, she's doing God's work.
You don't know how lucky you were. 1 foot to the right and you would
I
have
don't
a
like what they
giant
do with
hole
Caitlyn. She
tarred
only
in
ever
your
appears
chest.
when people hurt.
Roger
Come
that.
on now, she's much more valuable than that.
She is still not thinking straight. You've got to help me talk some sense into her.
Why me?
She likes you. She'll listen.
I mean, yeah, we're friends and all, but I really don't think I can change her mind. Not on this.
Okay, fine. Then I will do it myself. She's got to realize that sharing a back alley yin-yang tattoo with someone doesn't mean you're bonded forever.
Great row.
Great row. Supergirl reference?
Arrest you?
Remember
Are you sure Kramer's
Row was
serious?
like,
You should have seen her, Cecile.
God,
It
they
was
were
like
trying
how a
to-
guilty person reacts. I trained most of the officers there. They're like my family. Now I can't help but wonder, who did I leave my kids with?
That's not on you.
I
Where'd you
put my
leave your
bags
kid
down,
with?
Kramer picked it up.
Where's
It's
Kramer?
all on me.
Yeah.
It's Kramer.
Nah,
She
she's
wants
trying to
to
set
meet
him
up.
up.
Joe, no, she might be baiting you into a trap. You can't go.
I know. But babe, I can't help it. Feel there's something more to this.
Feel this is a
What am I
setup.
supposed to do?
You just came to her with news and now she wanted me. All of a sudden you just told me to get out. Now you're trying to kill me. I'm not stupid. Cecile ain't either. And Joe, you smarter than that.
You are a good man, Joe West. You forget everything that's in that folder. Your heart's always been your best compass, right? So trust it. Trust your heart. It'll show you what's right.
No. I got a bad feeling about all of this.
Yeah, and flying out of here. Yeah.
If something happens to Joe, he already ain't really on the show.
It was a good try, but Ultraviolet is never gonna change. You need to give up before you get yourself or someone else killed.
I can't just abandon her. She's my family.
Yeah, I get that.
No, you don't. You grew up in some mansion with 2 loving parents. But for most of my life, it was just Esperanza and me. She's more than just my cousin. She's the reason I survived long enough to be here.
Some people are too far gone to save, even if they're your family.
How can you say that? You fought Black Hole to save your parents.
That is not the same thing.
Why not? Why is your family good enough to save, but mine isn't?
Because I didn't save them. By the time I got my parents out of Black Hole, it was way too late. The people that raised me were gone.
I will say this episode is very well acted.
Carver
I can at least appreciate
put
that.
my parents...
When I first met Team Flash, it was in handcuffs. When they first met you, you were robbing a bank. We didn't want help either. But this team never gave up on us.
I just don't understand how you the whole Flash and no checking on your team all day. I'm sorry, I just want to say
Dr. Olsen, ready to die?
Dr. Penn.
matter
Are you
dampeners.
ready for one last experiment?
Start punching him like he was trying to do a leg grip.
Right.
He was just whooping her. If she ended up captured and she don't show us a fight or nothing,
Hey,
something's
Larry.
not right.
I'm set.
Yeah. Right.
That is one EMP courtesy of
Chesapeake.
Okay,
He's annoying.
I'm heading down there.
I've been new.
Chesapeake.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Another EMP would be great right about now.
the mobile unit doesn't have enough juice for another pulse.
Shoot, hang on. I'm Sue.
She's so cool.
I like Sue. Best
Go
part
find
about
your
this
cousin.
episode.
I got this.
Because apparently Frost is too busy to help. I don't even understand what the point of putting her in the beginning of the episode was. That wasn't going to utilize her this episode. And where's Caitlin? Like, as the only senior
worry,
member of
boys.
Team Flash
I'll go slowly.
that's still in town, you should be running this operation. It's the writing for me, and I just don't understand. How are the OGs, Joe and Caitlin, taking a backseat at it? Yes, Sue, though. Let me just say, Arrow vibes. Go off. I'm just say Sue is killing this episode. The way she's carrying her back should hurt.
You need to come with me now. We don't have time for anything.
You want to stop choking and throwing me around like I'm some sort of rag doll.
Dr. Eden no siquiera.
She isn't the one who's run out of time, my dear. We made a deal. I'll give your cousin her voice back if she kills everyone who knows the true nature of my work. You and your team.
Blind Suprema, listen to me. I'm your family. We're blood.
Blood is a liquid, easily spilled. So now that Joseph Carver is dead, I work for the highest bidder.
And I don't plan on going out of business anytime soon.
How can one hand fix the range?
I think she's just trying to.
Hate fuels your life power.
Not for me.
Alright then, go off then, Captain Marvel.
So she just suddenly got
Full potential unlocked.
About that whole supernova thing I did back there. Is that gonna happen again? Maybe.
Let's hope.
It's common for meta powers to reach new heights during times of extreme stress.
How did you do that?
I don't know. Dr. Olsen said our powers are fueled by hate, but I thought about something else. Family.
The soldier who betrayed your unit.
His name is Adam Craig. You were right about us arguing the night before about the mission.
But I didn't know that he had sold out our unit. Adam was trying to convince me not to go on the mission. Said he had a bad feeling about it.
He was trying to protect you. And you blame yourself for not realizing.
He was still gonna get his whole squad killed.
I was in charge of those lives.
That is not your fault. That's your brother's fault. But that's not something you should have been covering
It
up.
was my job to get them home to their families. A dozen dinner tables have empty chairs right now because I didn't see the clues. I've been looking for Adam for 6 years on my own. Help me catch him.
So, where are you headed to next? Some exotic locale?
Actually, I'm thinking about sticking around.
Okay.
Good.
Maybe even talking to my parents.
Hey! Oh, looking refreshed, man.
You finally coming back to your show?
How was your trip?
Amazing. It was great. Iris and I, Iris
And
and I
where
were
is
thinking about
Iris?
getting a timeshare, actually. What happened today?
Nothing.
So your arm just broke itself?
Yeah.
Oh.
She just knocked her folks out.
No,
It's great to
that's
see you.
the bartender.
I know she'll blame, but I'm just saying.
I'm sure force as much as the next guy. I gave you my cell. You do know there's a difference between reaching out and like punching, right?
Shut up.
I was reaching out, should be stir whole fist now.
I couldn't believe it.
And yet,
And clunked your
here we are.
Come on, I'm taking you back. Again.
Looks like somebody hasn't heard the news. Ta-da! I cut a deal. My record is expunged. Now I'm just like you. One of the good guys.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Fitzy Tulloch. A new episode of Superman and Lois is
Standing
coming
there all
up
night
next
waiting to
on
come out.
CW.
Retracting, I guess. Go ahead. You say your thoughts before I
I
go
don't
off.
really like this episode. This was like weird. Like
You said
Chester
you did like it?
Don't. Didn't like the talking out. How was she just suddenly convinced that what's her name? I don't know. Esperanza, whatever. Suddenly just believes the guy who turned her into that is gonna turn her back. Like, come on, girl. And you're gonna be unconscious during the procedure, so you don't know what else he's gonna do to you. Like, you just believe somebody who abducted you. See, that just don't make no sense to me, honestly. Honestly, that I don't like how they wrote Allegra just not being able to use her eyes, but I did like the fact that Chester got blown halfway across there. That was nice. The Barry thing, like you said, how you just gonna not check on your team the whole day, and then when you ask what happened, like you like don't even notice his broken arm or nothing. Like, are you blind? Like, did you leave like fully seeing and then come back blind? Like, what? And then Allegra just keeps comparing herself to Flash. Like, girl, do you? Like, come on now. That was kind of weird. What's her name? Caitlin. You come, disappear, come, disappear. Okay, whatever. Kill Frost, you spend all day, all night for searching for one person when you could have been here and then left mid episode to go track him down. Okay, whatever. What's her name? The girl that fights really well. Sally.
Sue.
Yes. I love her. Very wonderful character.
She carried.
Yeah, she carried her. She needs a chiropractor for this. Come on now.
Because her back is hurting.
Yeah. I think that's it.
The only thing I can compliment this episode is some of the acting. Like, I really like the long scene between Sue and Allegra. I thought the acting was really strong there. But other than that, no, this was just not an episode for me. To go off the many points that you started, Barry, this is the Flash, and I'm all for side characters taking the role. Like when they did the episode, not like last season with Cisco taking the lead, and it was his episode. cool beans, but he's an OG character. He was an Arrow in season 2. Like, that's an OG gangster. Like, he can lead an episode. He earned that. But like, you've got 2 secondary characters who don't even be in every episode. Like, Allegra just pops up whenever the plot is convenient for her. Like, she's literally
just there.
She's only there to serve plot purposes. And then, like you said, they nerfed her powers, and it's like, what? And then, yeah, you made her look like Captain Marvel at the end, which is really cool and great. But like, are you ever gonna capitalize on that? She don't ever really go out and fight with the Flash or anything like that. She's not really a hero. What are you doing with that character? That's why I said I never understood her character or trust her. They're just there to fill in when Cisco and Caitlin are not there. But even then, you had Caitlin in this episode, and you did nothing with her. The last few episodes, she's just been popping up as the Doctor. Like, they get hurt every episode. I just don't need to see everybody hurt every episode. Like, is that the only scenes you can write for Caitlin? Yeah. Like, it's getting boring. None of the other shows have this problem.
And like, we get that like Barry, like, it was an off day for Barry or whatever. But you're literally the Flash. Like, what does it take you? It takes you like what, 10 seconds to run to Central or wherever they are? It
takes you a second to dial somebody's number on your phone and ask, is everything okay? It takes you a second to text and say, is everything okay? You can't, okay, yeah, I'm the Flash, this is my city, I'm gonna protect it, anything can happen at any second. Oh, I'm not gonna be available today, my phone's off. Yep, me and Iris are going to take a vacation.
Yeah, there's no self-service.
There just happens to be no self-service. It's not, but, you know, I won't be able to conveniently run to somewhere where there is self-service to come and check on you guys, because I'll be so busy every second, every minute, every hour. Every hour, every minute. But like, come on now. The writing is the writing for me, y'all.
But like you said, the acting was really good. I liked that Allegra and Sue part when they were talking about their family, because that part was like a really emotional for Sue, I guess. I don't know.
Sue, and I think the thing I like about Sue too, and how they write her, she's not boring. Like, she fights. Like, she gives me when I watch her scenes, I'm like, okay, that's Arrow. That's like the fight scenes. I'm getting the hand-to-hand combat. Like, we don't. Yeah, metahuman fighting is cool and all, but it's like, sometimes when they don't do it right, it just be looking corny and it's quick, versus her fights, they can be drawn out a little bit. Mm-hmm. And I just like her
and
character.
She's smart. She's quick on her feet. I love her. She has the attitude. Her personality is different from other characters, you know?
This episode definitely would have been bad without her.
Yeah.
And I like, because they don't write her like she's retarded. She calls them out on all the stupid things they do, and I think that's what I really like about it. She's like, she's so rude with it too. She's like, what? Like, that doesn't even make sense. She's like, somebody else needs to make the decisions here, because you can't make the decisions right.
Like, last episode, she was calling Chester out, like, come on, dude, you're new. What do you know?
Like
you're reading from a book.
She speaks for me. Like, she says what needs to be said, and she's a leader.
Yeah.
She's a good leader. Like, I'm just saying.
And I don't like that Allegra was trying to stop Rosa or whatever. Like, you said you wanted to help her, but then you get there and try to stop her.
I'm also trying to figure out what I missed. Why do Joe only have 5 minutes of screen time every episode? I don't understand. Like,
oh, I completely forgot all about that part.
I don't, but because his story with her is interesting to me, but he gets 5 minutes of screen time every episode.
And it's so
I don't understand. What is up?
don't.
Can y'all tell me if I missed something? Why is he only in the bits and pieces, the beginning, basically, maybe a scene in the middle, and then at the end of every episode?
I don't like that little sob story that woman gave either. Like, how you just gonna believe something after something is
like, how does Cecile have more screen time than him?
Imagine her wipes of tears and then you believe her. Like,
no, I believe her. I don't have no problem with what was written for Joe. It was great. And my problem is how short the scenes were, how quick they just like moved the story along. Like, I don't know. I just don't understand why he has so little screen time. Same with Caitlin. They're OGs. And like, what are we trying to do with Esperanza that we needed this whole episode to dedicate to her? And Allegra, what are we doing with those characters that this episode was necessary? If Grant needed a day off, y'all need to put less episodes in. I'm being honest. If Candace and Iris and Barry can't be in an episode, that means you're doing too much and they need off. That means make less episodes because y'all already, this is filler. We didn't need a filler episode. I'd rather you just gave Candace and Grant the week off and we had one less episode.
Honestly, this episode they need to watch. It can be explained in 5 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. Where are we going with this? What do I get from this? I
don't like watching shows that can be explained in 5 minutes.
It's honestly, I'm feeling like this show is becoming a chore. Like
yes,
it's a chore. It's not as fun to watch as anything else.
This is why we watch
Superman
and Lois first.
Because we got to like if I go into Superman and Lois with these negative thoughts, I'd just be like, but I'd be coming like it'd be so hype when you come off Superman and Lois. Right. You got theories, you ready for it, and then you come to Flash, you're like,
yo, rewind back to the beginning and look how happy we were in that intro.
Bro, that's because this is how I be feeling at the end of Flash episode. I was just like, I don't want to go to Superman and Lois with that negative energy because, and I don't be meaning to rant, but I'm sorry, this season is bad, and many people have said it. This season is just bad, and it's almost cicada bad. Yeah. I might want to watch Cicada before I watch. At least day filler episodes back then was interesting. This one, it's just not. It's boring.
Good acting though. That's the only thing I can call it.
I ain't never had no problem with acting on this show. It's the writing. My problems with the writers.
The other part that was really good was Allegra's like her powers, like that visual was really nice. Like,
she's Captain Marvel. You don't know who Captain Marvel is.
But I do, but I don't watch him. But
her.
Her. Yeah.
She literally has light-based powers. She literally.
I know who it is. Marvel. Don't watch them.
I know you don't. You don't watch nothing Marvel.
What's it called? Yeah, the editing was good on that part. I just don't like how all of a sudden she just got it, and then she was like used to controlling, and then like she.
Well, I mean, Caitlin explained it well.
You know, she did, because I was like, oh, okay. After that, but like, would have made it more realistic if she was like, whoa, what's happening? Oh my gosh! And then she like blasted what's her name, whatever, and then she was like, oh my gosh, how do I stop? Because you know she got overwhelmed with this power, and all of a sudden she just knows how to use it.
What would have made this episode slightly better? Again, my problem is that you gave our secondary characters the spotlight when our main characters that I actually want to see, Joe, Killer Frost, Caitlin, they all took the back seat on this episode and they had the least amount of scenes. Like, I would have rather you cycled in all their stories. Give me, you know, a third of the episode with Joe and Kramer stuff and Cecile and all them. Give me a third of the episode with Killer Frost and this Chillblaine crap. And then give me a third of, you know, give the secondary characters what's left. Sue and all them. Like, I just don't.
You know, it feels like.
I understand why they had that. To dominate the whole episode.
The OGs are just being put in just so they can get paid.
They're just putting it so they can pay them. And I'm cool with that. Everybody need their check, but it's just like.
Do your job. Do your job and write them an actual scene.
If the actors don't want to work on the show no more, say that then. Just end the show. Right. Like, the show's not gaining anything from going this long.
They're being held against their will.
Carlos, but I mean, you gotta think. Look, how is this show getting that bad to where Cisco left, Wells left, Joe barely on the screen, Candace and Grant ain't even in the episode. Like, where are your characters? Where is your cast, bro? Like, they even had a short season.
Like, I know it's just one episode with Candace and Barry gone, or
Candace and Grant
gone, but like. The call, like you could call, takes 10 seconds to run. Like,
I mean, it would have been better if you had it written. Barry was calling and checking in, and you even had just Chester lying, like, "Oh no, everything's okay, everything's good." You know, him trying to cover it up and say everything's good, but for you to say, have Barry say, "Oh well, cell phone service gonna be down, I ain't gonna be available." What? Like. Try to imagine Superman saying something like that. Oh, you know, I can hear you guys dying over here. Something happening, city blowing up. But, you know, I'm having a day off. Like, what?
Right.
You sound stupid.
Like, when he was spending time with family, he heard innocent people about to get shot across from Mexico. And
he don't care where he could be at parent teacher conference and he's leaving. Like he coaching a whole football game and then he hears something bad, he's going. Like you don't get a day off. You don't get that luxury. Like I don't.
You want a statue of you in the city.
And you can take off, but you need to be active and ready. Like you know what I mean? I just don't. It was writing, bro. It's just a writing.
But we're not gonna keep ranting because
we do it every week.
Yeah.
You can get next week's rant. Y'all gonna see.
Yeah.
Because until it get better, I'm just gonna rant because season 7 is just trash.
So, but thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe to Patreon for further reactions.
All that.
And we'll see you next week, I guess. Yeah.
Bye.
Deuces.